What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with the review for Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup, whichever one you want to call it. This is season two. We're gonna say season three, episode. I don't give a fuck at this point. The episode was titled Royal Flush, you guys. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and just jump into this episode, okay? All right, you guys. So this episode, it really wasn't a lot to this episode. So I'm gonna start up with the couple who had very little to talk about, which is Cheryl and Josh. You guys remember, what was it, last week when we saw Cheryl and Josh, when Josh told her scram bitch that was ended the relationship. So Cheryl has gone back to wherever the hell she came from. I forgot where it was. I know she was in Texas. I know she's from Texas, but her family went somewhere else. I don't know if they went to Mississippi, Missouri. It's something. It's one of them M's. I don't know which one it is. Maine. I don't know. Don't really care. Thank God she's back with her kids. I don't even know if she really cares about her kids that much, because I just can't. We're not even gonna dig too deep into Cheryl. But like I said, she's back home, and Cheryl wants to blame. Cheryl's like, when Josh first got out of prison, he was all about you. Yes, because he hadn't gotten reacclimated to life outside of prison, so of course the man's gonna be all about you. But once he started to, get his groove of what he want, things that he wanted to do, his priorities shifted, which pretty much happens with a lot of people. I don't know why you think that. I mean, when people are in prison, they gonna tell you whatever they gotta tell you to get themselves through the next day. Ignorance on Cheryl's part. Josh, he's doing good. He's still with his Tina. He still has that ankle monitor on. He's gotten a promotion at his job. So next step for him is to get his own place, and that way, once he gets to his own place, he can get the ankle monitor removed. So that is basically it for Cheryl and Josh. And also, Cheryl, something about, she's not giving up on love. Her love might be in the form of a puppy. And, she'll look for another inmate. I'm like, well, that was your first mistake, looking for an inmate. Obviously, Cheryl has not learned her lesson, and she probably never will learn her lesson. And hopefully they don't bring Cheryl back again. But let's move on, you guys, to the next couple, because I'm so tired of talking about Cheryl and Josh, and I am done with. All right, you guys, next up, Marcelino and Brittany. They didn't have a whole lot in this episode as well. With Marcelino and Brittany, we saw Brittany as she was reading to baby little Gio, and little Gio thinks that Daddy is mad at the dog, and she's like, no, I don't think Daddy's mad at the dog. So then, as she walks out of his room, she got a phone call, and it's Marcelino's cousin calling her, asking where Marcelino is, and then they flash back, I think 2 hours prior, to Marcelino telling Brittany that he was going out to go play poker with his cousin, the same cousin that's calling her at this time, checking on Marcelino to see where he is. So, Brittany calls Marcelino, and every time she calls him, it goes directly to voicemail. So then we do see Marcelino, and Marcelino is at that strange gypsy-looking lady's place. So she's not, she's a poker coach. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, okay, really, Marcelino, why don't you just go out and get a real job? Like, is it too hard to get a real fucking job? Like, poker is a huge game of chance, and you've lost money. You said you lost enough money that is a mortgage payment. So you might want to do something that the rest of the world does. Get a fucking job. It's not that difficult. I know you don't want to answer to anybody younger than you. Get over that shit as well. You have a family to take care of, and playing poker is not going to help, your family. So do what? Get a real what? Get a real job, Marcelino. Just do yourself a favor and get a real goddamn job. It ain't that difficult. I don't know why you're making it as if it's so difficult. Get a job. Get a job. All right, you guys, next up, Clint and Tracy. So we see Clint. Clint is on the phone. He's talking to Tracy. He's trying to talk Tracy into getting help. You can't really talk someone into getting help that doesn't want to get help. I think there's something traumatic in Tracy's life that Tracy is not yet ready to, reveal. And because I just don't see Tracy at that point of her life. I don't think that Tracy has truly hit rock bottom. you know, to the point where she's like, you know what, I'm killing myself, or I'm on, you know, or I'm knocking at death's door. I don't think that Tracy's necessarily at that point at this time in her life, and I don't know what it's going to take for Tracy to get to the. I don't know what it's going to take for Tracy to get to the point to say, I need to take care of myself, to get help for myself, because she was telling Clint that she feels like when it comes to Clint that he takes everybody else's side but hers. I mean, granted, I can kind of see that. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, Tracy's wrong. I can definitely see that, especially when it comes to his mother. But like I said again, Clint can, you know, offer Tracy all the help that she wants, that he wants to offer her. But ultimately, it's going to be up to Tracy to get said help. And like I just said, I don't think that Tracy's at that point in her life where she wants to get the help. So then Tracy's, you know, asking him to bring her some dope that's in the house. And I'm like, wow. And so he goes in the room and he finds the dope. He tells her he's not going to bring it to her. So he goes into the room. He opens up a drawer. And there is said dope in the drawer. And Clint takes the drugs. And he flushes them down the toilet. Oh, God, my stomach is hurting thinking about this. That toilet was so fucking nasty. I'm like, Clint, do you not clean your toilet, my dude? Like, that toilet was disgusting as fuck. Oh, God, that toilet tore my stomach up. When I looked at that, I'm like, no, no, no. Absolutely not. That toilet was, ugh. I can't get that image out of my head right now. Can I get that image of that toilet out of my head? God, that toilet was nasty. So then Clint calls his mom. He tells his mom about the whole situation, that he didn't know that the drugs was in there. I kind of find that hard to believe that Clint did not know that those drugs was in that house. But I mean, if that's what he wants to say, I'm gonna let Clint say it. Like I've been saying for weeks now, Clint definitely has an issue. He definitely has a drug issue. You can't tell me anything else, because look at his skin. Number one, look at his skin. It's peeling. It's cratering. And he looks like he's tweaking. So his mom is telling him something that, you know, is true. Since he's been in this relationship with Tracy, it's been downhill since they got married. He was like, but it once good. She's like, when was it good? When you first met her, when she was in prison? Well, before you met her when she was in prison? He says, yes. You know, Clint and Tracy, they're good for the show, but in real life for those two, I think that they both need to get help. And I don't think that they're good. I don't think relationship-wise that they're good for the other. I think they are a hindrance on each other. You can't have two addicts in a relationship with each other. I don't think you can. I don't know nothing about that, but I just feel that way. But that's it for Clint and Tracy. You guys let me know what you guys think and feel about those two. I really do feel bad for them. I really do. And I really believe that they both need to get, you know, some psychological help, some, you know, all types of help. Whatever help they can get, they need it. But let's move on, you guys. Let's talk about Andrea and Lamar real quick. Andrea looked so damn stupid. First of all, her and this stringy ass hair, then it's not brushed or combed. I get that you just woke up, but baby girl, you on camera. Just kind of brush that white girl weave out real quick. You know, just brush it, brush it, brush it, comb it. Do whatever you got to do to it, because it looks a hot fucking mess. So it picked up where last week's episode left off with her attacking Lamar because of her finding the condoms in Lamar's jacket. And I thought about this last week. I don't know if I said it in my video, but I thought about it. I'm like, those condoms are not Lamar's. I'm like, they're probably his brother's condoms. Like, they're probably his. I was thinking that. I'm like, those got to be his brother's condoms. Those are not Lamar's condoms. I just didn't believe that. No part of me believed that. And then I was like, well, even if they are his condoms, at least, you know, he's having safe sex with someone. It ain't you. And you can't get mad at him, because how do you take this man to a sex store, buy sex toys, telling him he can't use said sex toys on you? You're going to use them on yourself. And he's sleeping on the couch. Andrea, make that shit make sense, because it doesn't. If you buy sex toys, I'm pretty sure your man, if you are, you know, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever, I'm sure your partner's going to want to use them on you. So I didn't understand that whole situation, and then she's pissed off. You're ignorant, Andrea. So Lamar says what I just said. That, those condoms are his brother's. He's like, those ain't mine. He's like, my brother wears my jacket. He said, so he called his brother, and his brother was like, he said, did you leave something in my pocket? He was like, what? He's like, did you leave something in my pocket, bruh? He was like, oh, yeah, I left some condoms in your pocket. And he was like, yes. And Lamar put him on speakerphone. So then we also, Andrea's stupid. I just rationalized that in my brain that she's dumb. Because we see her and Lamar talking, and Lamar's telling her, like, yo, you heard my brother say that those are his condoms. She's like, well, you could have told him, could have told him to say that. He was like, I was just on the phone with him. I put him on speakerphone. So then she asks him, what is his number? So she calls the brother back, and the brother once again reiterates that those are his condoms. She says, you know what? I do believe you because I have saw you wear the jacket. So if you saw his brother wear the jacket, why didn't you just ask Lamar, like, Lamar, I found some condoms in your pockets. Are these yours or are these your brother's? Because I know that I saw your brother wear your jacket plenty of times before. Just level with me and be honest with me. But instead, you go off and attack him and the producers. And then in her interview with the producers, she's talking about she don't want an STD or a prostitute for a sister wife. Well, if he were cheating on you, you wouldn't catch an STD, dumbass, because he would be using condoms. So how would you catch an STD? Again, Andrea is not the brightest bulb in the box. She's not the sharpest crayon. Shit, god damn it. She's not the smartest person. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up is Angela and Tony. So Angela comes home, and Tony has completely decorated the outside. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, what in the barnyard hell is going on? So Tony wants Angela to put on a blindfold and put on this dress. The dress looked nice on well, I'm not gonna say that. The dress looked nice, not on Angela, but the dress did look nice. It was too short for Angela. That dress was really too short. I'm like, I don't want to see up Angela's, because I feel like if a good gush of wind just were to blow by, we might see nothing but flabby ass and, I'm not going to say the other one, but we might see flabby ass and nobody wants to see Angela's ass. And she's like, oh my God, Tony, you really did this. This is beautiful, Tony. And, she says, you're a sweetie. You're definitely a sweetie, Tony. And, when you're bad, but you're also so good. And I'm just like, Angela, you're dumb. You're very, very dumb. Just putting that out there for you. So, she says, you love me, don't you, Tony? Yeah, you love me. I'm like, he loves you and a bunch of other prostitutes. But that's neither here nor there. So then she also tells him, like, I don't want to lose you, Tony. I really don't. But what I want is for you to respect me. Angela. You know what? If Angela likes it, I fucking love it. Go ahead and have at it. Have at it, Angela. You look ridiculous, but go ahead, have at it. So Tony asked her, do you still want that beach wedding? Yes, Tony, I still want that beach wedding. And, he says, well, I do too, and I want to get married as soon as possible, Angela. So then we do see them in their little blurb, that little 15-second blurb in the episode. I kind of fast forward to it, but I watched a little bit of it. They were planning for the wedding. She says, oh, did she say there's no budget? Did she say there's no budget? I'm like, there should be a budget. There should be a budget, boo. I mean, I get it's an outside wedding, but there definitely should be a budget. But there's no budget. And so Tony's trying to plan everything. I'm like, and Angela. Again, you know what? I'm just not going to even harp on Angela, because if that's what Angela wants, that is what Angela's going to get. Do I think that marriage is going to last? Absolutely not. But let's move the hell on. So next up is Lacey, Shana, and John, which we really didn't see John very much in this episode, but I mean, we got a brief glimpse of John, but we do see Lacey, and she's talking to her dad about, So I met up with someone that you don't necessarily like. So I saw Jean, and her dad is like, you saw John? She says, yeah. He's like, I thought he was in prison. Well, the judge let him out, and he's in like rehab, and his parents are paying for it. And, he was like, why are you even, being around him? Well, let me tell you. So, Shane told me before we got married that he like cheated on me, and I just was upset about that. And her dad, I don't know who's dumber, her or her dad. Because her dad is like, I'm upset that he cheated on you. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, hello, are we missing the big picture here? Lacey, Shane, John. We're missing that picture, right? Lacey, Shane, John. Technically, it's Sean, John, Shane, Lacey in the middle. And it's been that way since the beginning. So how are we mad that Lacey in the middle got cheated on by Shane, but she was over here with John? Make that make sense to me. I'm just not understanding it. How are we upset at Shane because he cheated on your daughter, who was playing him? Okay, yeah, whatever. But her dad tells her, what, if you go back on that roller coaster ride with Jean, then you won't have me. And I'm going to make sure that the kids are not involved in that kind of foolishness. Do I agree with that? Actually, yes. I mean, honestly, yes. Because Lacey and John are very, very toxic for each other. So, yes, I don't think that I know the kids love him, but I don't think that that would be a good environment for those kids to be raised in. Really don't. And I don't. Much like with Cheryl, I just question Lacey's mothering. And I don't like questioning women. I don't like to question a woman's mothering skills. But those two, their mothering skills are just kind of not even subpar. They're horrible. They're minimal at best. Because you put men before your children, and that's not cool. I don't agree with that. Don't put nobody before your children. No one comes before your children. Whatever. So then Lacey's also like, I believe when it comes down to Shane, I feel that Shane is using me, because I have multiple cars, I have a house, I have a career. What career? Oh, that porn career. But you guys are in on that together, so, okay. And I'm not judging by no means anybody who does porn. Because, I watch porn, but I'm not judging. But for her to sit there and say she has a career and she feels like he's using her for that, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And she also says, I thought that by me marrying Shane that I would completely get over Jean, but I didn't. He's still in my heart. And he's also in your hoo-ha. But yeah, if she likes it, I absolutely have to love it. So then we do see, Shane and Lacey's dad. They're putting together a trampoline, and he's talking to Shane about cheating on her. And again, this is like the pot calling the kettle black. But Shane says, he regrets it. He wasn't in his right state of mind when he did it, and it was a one-time thing, and it'll never happen again. So then we see Lacey. Actually, her dad, he wanted to tell Shane that Lacey was talking to John, but he didn't. He says, Lacey, when she gets hurt, she acts out. She's 30 years old, and she needs to grow up out of that shit. That is so sad. Me and her are the same age. She looks older than what I am. She looks older than me. She looks much older than I am. And I'm 30. And even though I was just having this conversation at work yesterday with my coworkers, no one believes me when I tell them that I'm 30 years old. Everyone believes that I'm still in my mid to early 20s. And I'm like, do I look that young? You guys tell me. Do I look? Because one of my friends at my old job thought that I was her age, and she was 24. She's like, I thought you were about 24, 25. I'm like, nope. I'm almost 30. At that time, I was almost 30, but now, I'm 30 now. Like, no one believes me when I tell them that I'm 30. No one believes me that I'm 30, but I am 30 years old. I will be 31 this year. I was born in 1989. I am 30. Don't feel it. Well, actually, I do feel it. because sometimes my back be giving me issues. I'm like, oh shit, you getting old, nigga. So yeah, we see Lacey. She's in the house and she's FaceTiming someone. I'm like, oh God. Who's she FaceTiming? You guessed it. Jean, take off your shirt. I'm just like, what? What? Your husband is outside. That girl does not care. Oh my God, she has no care in the world. But let's move on, you guys. Oh, I turned this off. No, I didn't. Aw, you suck. Oh, it ain't gonna work. All right, you guys, and then let's close the episode out with Michael and Sarah, because there was no Megan, and there was a brief glimpse of old ass Maria. So they're still in therapy. Michael's still upset about the fact that Sarah has custody of the kids. I feel nothing for Michael. I really don't feel anything for him. Like, I really don't. You're not a present parent in those kids' lives. I mean, they do need to go to court and work out some kind of agreement. I can't even say joint custody. I can't even say joint custody. I can't even say shared custody. She needs primary custody of those kids. She definitely does. But he does have to he definitely should be granted visitation rights. Absolutely. But Sarah needs the sole custody of those kids because Michael is unfit as a father. Like, all Sarah has to do is take these episodes with her to court and show it to the judge. Show him, going to Texas to see Megan. Show him with Maria. Show the episode where she was showing her friend the phone records and the cash apps. Show the judge all of that, and you could definitely show he's unfit to raise these kids. Does he love his kids? I'm not gonna say he doesn't love his kids, because I definitely believe Michael loves his kids. I just don't think that Michael's a great father. I don't know why Michael thinks he's a great father. Michael is off his fucking rocker to think that he's a great father. And then Sarah said that she felt bad for him. I'm like, why do you feel bad for him? Make that shit make sense to me. What are you feeling bad for? You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do for your kids. You are the one parent on this show that I can say that I 100%. Nope. Can't even say 100%. You are the one parent that I can say I 20. Nope. I'm gonna give you about 15%. You're the one parent on the show that I can 15% respect, because I can't even give you 10%. I'm gonna give you 10%. And the reason why I'll say 10% is because when it comes to your kids, you do what's right for your kids, but it's also like you use your kids at the same time. Like, you're using your kids against Michael. Michael's hurt you, so you want to hurt him with these kids. So that's what, actually, you know what? We're going to go from 10 to 5. Because you do, like I said, you getting sole custody of your kids. I'm here for that. But for you to use those kids against Michael, not cool. And you can't tell me that you haven't, like when little Aviana said that a few weeks ago that, Michael was going to take her. You've heard that. I don't know if Sarah's directly said that in front of the kids, but I do know that Sarah said that in the presence of, the kids she might not have known that the kids were paying attention to what she was saying, but she definitely said it at some point. Don't know when, but Sarah has definitely said that shit. You can't pay me any otherwise to believe that she didn't. So then they're talking about the divorce. Michael says he's waiting, and I'm like, what are you waiting for? Weren't you supposed to get a divorce so you could be with Megan? And let's talk about this real quick. So when he was talking to the producers, Michael doesn't know how to say strategic. He said strategic. I'm like, what the fuck is strategic? I had to rewind that multiple times to make sure that I heard what I thought I heard. He said strategic. I'm like, damn, Michael is really ignorant. God, that is so sad. The public school system failed you, didn't it? But, he was talking about how he believes that, he believes he's a great father. And I'm just like, how do you believe that you're a great father? What makes you, in your heart and in your mind, believe that you're a great father? And then he's talking about the fact that Sarah still wants to be with him. There are a lot of women out here in this world who have deadbeat ass baby daddies who ain't shit. That if the nigga say, I'll take you, I want to be with you. God damn, somebody call my phone. in the middle of me recording my video. Don't know who it was. But, you know, Michael was talking, what was I talking about? Michael. He was talking about the fact that, you know, Sarah still wants to be with him. Yeah. Like I said, there are a lot of women out here who, I'm not saying there's a lot of women, but there are women out here who have deadbeat ass baby daddies. And if the baby daddy say, hey, I want to get back with you, they'll jump right into that nigga's arms. Just like what Sarah would do with you. Now, I will say that those two are draining as hell. They get on my nerves. More so Sarah with that damn black scent. So Michael asks, can he come see the kids? She says, yeah, come see the kids. Solo, right? My place. He says, yeah. So then we see him over there with the kids. And, you know, they are enjoying him. And Aviana wants Michael to spend the night with them. So Michael agrees. He goes and calls Maria. He says that Sarah's getting ready to go out. And, you know, he's going to stay with the kids. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you just lied to Maria. Then Maria, which I don't know when that scene was filmed, when Maria was talking about she trusts Michael because he tells her everything. I'm like, shit, no, he don't. Little do you know, he doesn't tell you every goddamn thing. But you guys, that was Life After Lockup. Be sure to like this video. Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you guys.